Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I want to start this reading with one of the cards that I had in my last reading. And yeah, I want to tell you that you should definitely pay attention to the songs that you're listening to, because Spirit will try to communicate with you through that media, And I'm thinking about you, you remember I did like a two-part reading last time. And that's just a card that I found like somewhere around here laying around, and it was completely out of my reading. So I was like, oh, that's a nice message, from my DM. So if you're resonating with my energy, definitely from your DMs. And the way that I found that card, I really believe that that's the case. It was a message, coming from him. And if you're wondering, your DMs are thinking about you for the moment. So let's start. Welcome everyone. Reconciliation. You see that? I keep seeing it in the cards, Oh my God. See that? And it bent, it bent and it flipped. I hope that you could see this. This is starting good. What I wanted to channel was the energy of our DMs for the moment. So, I don't know why I can't be happy about these two cards, but for a lot of us, this is definitely what we've been waiting for. So that's nice. Reconciliation and home. With these 4 wands here, it's union to me, but that's too many. Grounding. I'll take one more. So definitely the feeling, and I think this is like definitely I'm going for the DM's energy. So I feel like your DMs are definitely grounding themselves. In a sense, they're growing here. They have now a spot that they can grow from, and it nearly feels like sending that childish energy in the past is what I'm channeling. Definitely that. Why? Is because he wants these things. One more. Soul journey. Let me tell you, I keep getting that feeling too, is that now your DMs have actually started their soul journey, is what I keep feeling, And I'll tell you before I start a little bit of the reasons why. Is because now he's had all the clues that he needed. You just have to follow my readings and you will see what's been happening to your DMs lately. It's like, first of all, he acknowledged like who you are. He started to get clues about who you are to him, meaning his divine feminine. And then he started getting clues about what your connection was actually. And I think that, he tried his hardest to fight it for the moment, because he feels more comfortable about this actually non-spiritual side of life. That's his comfort zone, And I think that now he's hopping on the soul journey as well, the twin flame journey that will lead you to reconciliation and to union. Why? Is because he is stuck. You just have to read my last reading. Is like nothing is working for him, so he has no choice but to ground himself in his soul journey. Let's start. This is good already. Thank God this is about the past. Yes. Let me tell you what I think, when it comes to the past with the devil, the 6 of wands, and the king of wands. I feel like with the devil here, he knows what he's done to you. And not just that, he knows that you have seen that him in such a bad light. You've seen the worst about him, and what he want, or what he would want from where he would want. And this is like nearly like opposites. It's nearly like, how do I let her forget the devil, the bad person, you know, quote unquote, that I once was to her, and how can I turn that energy into her actually loving me, is what I'm channeling. And that's what he wants. I keep telling you from my last reading too, like, you've become a part of his plan. Like, where he sees himself is definitely part of it, is that he wants you to see him for the loving person that he knows he can be, instead of remembering all these bad things about him, you know. And for the moment, it's like the way that I'm channeling this with the Two of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Hierophant, is that nearly he's afraid that he's going to be left like outside of that whole Ten of Cups energy. You know, it's like one step below that, having feelings for somebody but not being able to get married to them, or seeing everybody married or committed and him still being the bachelor. He's afraid of that energy, or he knows he has to make a choice when it comes to that energy, because he doesn't want to end up like that, like just a knight. He would feel like there is one step ahead. The knight is not a bad energy, because he's willing to learn, he's ready to learn, and he's afraid basically to be stuck in that bachelor mode, is what I'm channeling. And for the last line here, I will clarify all these things. I need a little bit more when it comes to that, but the way I'm channeling this, like, let me tell you, it's either like three ways, I would say. First and foremost is, it could be that the karmic knows about you, knows who you are to this man. Maybe he told her so, maybe she feels it, maybe she discovers it, but she knows that you belong to him, or or that he belongs to you actually, and not to her, but that you exist. Definitely that, first of all. And I could also see that as like a marriage, to be honest. A man definitely marrying you, like celebrating his love for you and manning up, being the man in your life, and in this case being definitely a husband to you. Like, you know, I feel like some of our DMs are ready to get married, basically, when I see the King of Cups, the Hierophant, and the King of Pentacles here, and those stages here, and you right there. So definitely that either karmics knowing who you are, or your DMs wanting to marry you. And other thing I'm sensing too is nearly like having a child with you. Some of them are, you know, this could be specific, you know, but if you are in this situation, I want to add like a fourth option, is definitely like you already having a child with your DM, and your DM ready to man up when it comes to that. Like sending that karmic energy in the past to be able to deal with his responsibility when it comes to the child that he fathered with you. If it resonates with somebody, this message is for you. He will man up. So I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but yeah, one more for this one here. But what you heard is what this here could be in the past. In the future, either the karmic realizing who you are, your DMs wanting to get married with you, your DMs wanting to get you pregnant, or your DMs manning up if they already had a child with you, to a point you wouldn't recognize him. Definitely somebody you will be able to count on, you know. And when I see this card here, I feels like literally rebuilding his family with you for the last option, for the ones who already have a child with their DMs. I'm not saying remarry you, but maybe marry you if you were not married, or definitely being the man in the house, you know. You see that? Definitely. See? Yeah. The Emperor to the King of Pentacles is an excellent combination, and when I see grounding, I am not surprised. He will man up despite himself, or with his agreement. You know, your person is going to man up. Not just is he hopping on this soul journey because nothing else will work, but you know, maybe part of it, or which I think is a strong beginning. That's like a power play here. That's like a powerful way to start anything. Is like he wants to be a man to you. That's good. So let's clarify a little bit. But this here, when I see the Emperor with everything I told you, except, you know, for how the Karmic may have, or you know, would know that he belongs to you, let me tell you, your person will man up in the future, you know, whether it be to have a 10 of cups, a 2 of cups, I mean a family or a serious relationship with you, or definitely come back to his family with you. Okay. So I told you about this energy in the past. He knows that you've seen him in the worst of lights, and what he would want is actually the straight opposite, for you to see him as a loving person. And you know, because that's the energy of the past, I feel like he's always been like this, but maybe that's a part of him that he kept hidden. There is an element to your person being like able to love and being definitely grounded emotionally, and he's had that for a long time, but he chose this energy instead, definitely. And it's nearly like, you know, I've shown her the worst, but it's too bad because I didn't take the time to show her my good side, you know, and I keep trying to tell you that in my readings as well. So let's go about it. You know, like for him to let go of that devil energy, let me tell you, and even to come to this type of understanding here, like I wish that she had seen the good part about me. Let me tell you that was like something really hard to handle for your DMs. It's nearly like he kept this guy here so hidden within him, that just to be able to acknowledge that, he had to let him come out, and that was painful to him. It was really hard for him to get over, I feel, also the things that he has done. And one thing I feel as well, that he knows that it will be hard for him to make you heal from the things that he has put you through. He knows that also, first it was hard for him to let his loving side, you know, come out of him, to even be able to acknowledge that these deceptive ways of his was not a way to live. It's like he pushed that guy so much inside that him coming back up to the surface was something that it was hard for him to go through. And then he realizes also to make you change the way you see him is going to be like a hard task, but I feel like he's hopeful that he can change that. Like he believes, he's starting to believe that there is a way with you. Yeah. It's the energy that he's in for the moment. We keep getting that, you know, your person is hurt, and I feel also like really embarrassed about the things that he has put you through. Keeps him up at night and all the things that go with the 9 of Swords, but I feel here a strong sense of shame, you know. This is what he wants, you know, but because of the energies of the past, he feels like this is like nearly like an impossible task. At this point, if he had to rate, you know, like, will she take me back or will she not? I would say, you know, it's hard to put this in percentage, but then you would understand what I'm trying to say. For him, it's like there's like 1 to 5% chances that you would ever take him back. But I feel like he feels like he has to take that step. And what really messes him up is that he doesn't see the future in a bright light with you, is what I'm channeling. And I'm going to leave it at that when it comes to the past, you know. I hope it would make sense to you. So about him, what I'm channeling here is definitely being afraid to end up by himself, you know, or even worse than that, being afraid to end up by himself when everybody's in a relationship, and end up by himself when he loves somebody, like in love with somebody, but never being with that person is definitely what I'm seeing here, and that's what he's thinking for the moment. And when I see these cards here, then I know I'm onto something, because it says the same thing here. Afraid to never find love, basically. Let me tell you up front, your person wants to rebuild, you know, this relationship, this connection with you, and that he is in the energy of regret, and I'm gonna leave it at that, you know. That's what he's feeling for the moment. He keeps telling us, so we know it's real. He wished he could rebuild, you know, with you. He regrets things, and that's all. Yeah. Yes, this is all good. So you see that it's nearly like he acknowledges that I feel like one part of his healing toward the thing that he had to come to terms with is definitely that not just has he failed you, but he also failed himself as a person. When I see the King of Cups, Pentacles, in reversed here. It's like he's not with the devil underneath that too, and the star in reverse here. I feel like he's definitely not proud of the things that he has done. It's like I was a disgusting type of human being, you know, and you can leave yourself out of that equation and it would still be the same feeling that he would have. He was not just like in that devil energy too. I feel like your DMs have hurt a lot of people along the way. And I never really thought of that, you know, because I don't care about karmic energies too much. But this here is like he was irresponsible when it comes to everybody. But the good thing about this is like you see that devil in reverse here, and the hangman is like what I'm channeling is really like he was trapped into that energy for a long time. Like that devil really had a hold on him, nearly like somebody had cast a spell on him is what I'm channeling here. But he's really ready to come out of that energy, and it all makes sense, you know. He doesn't want that for himself anymore, and he knows that he failed himself, you, and let me tell you, many other people in his life. And when I see these cards here, my reading today is a little bit like personal. It would speak to somebody. If you have a DM with your, a kid, with your DM, then you would know exactly that I'm trying to talk to you, or that there is a message for you here. He knows that he failed you guys miserably, and if there is a child or children involved, he knows exactly what he's done as well. And let me tell you, that there is sending him like in really a dark place. He's full of regrets. So when it comes to your person manning up, let's start with that first. Either manning up if you have a family or children, especially with him, and maybe abandoned you, he will come back and really fix this and be the man that you always wanted him to be. When I see these two cards here, and there is also, I'm trying to tell you, the possibility of him either wanting to marry you or to have a child with you, you know. Let's start with that, and then we'll care for the karmic. So this here, I'm gonna leave it for there's one person or more that I'm definitely feeling in my reading, and she has a child with her DM, if not one, even more. let me tell you, the thing that he wants to tell you if you are in that situation is, you know, for him, the madness about your situation together was too much, and that's why he walked away. That's why he felt like it was okay for him to walk away from his own offspring, you know, is because the madness of the situation that you guys were in was too much for him. And if it's the spirit that's telling me that instead of words, you know, coming out of a man, then I know that this is exactly how he felt, and you would know it's about you. It's nearly like the fights were too much. The whole situation was just too much. That's why he walked away, but he's ready to rectify that, and not just that, like really to show you the person, like the real man that you know, this type of man here, you don't even know what he looks like if you're here listening to me. You'll be surprised, you know. So first and foremost, some more. One DM here is definitely trying to come through. Yeah. Yes. And for DMs who want to get their DFs pregnant or actually marry them, let me tell you, he's stating here that the transformation is nearly like you won't believe him when he comes back your way. It'd be so much that I'm telling you, I tried to tell you the last reading to you'd be so shocked that you wouldn't even know what to do with that type of information. And him here in the spirit to justify himself is like, you know, I had to transform because of the pain. Definitely that the soul journey. Do not be surprised, you know, when these things happen. And like his motives behind it, you know, when I see this, I know that he's coming for all of the right reasons, and with the King of Swords here, definitely you won't even believe it, you know. And what he's telling you is that, you know, he felt such a great pain separated from you, that yes, he's coming back, and yes, what he wants is to marry you and to impregnate you. So really quickly about the karmics that found out that what they thought was their man or their husband or their boyfriend was actually somebody else's here with the Queen of Cups. The energy that she's in is that definitely that karmic is hurt, you know, is hurt because she knows what's coming is that your person is going to build something with you. And the way we know about this, when I see soul journey here again, she knows that she will never be able to catch him again. Like when he's gone from her to go towards you, that's done between them. One more for this case here. But definitely that she knows that she will leave him because he will have no other option but to reach out to you or to start building something with you. Like she lost him basically. And what I said earlier, like I switched the cards in my head, so I may want to add, we know that he's real because the spirit is telling us that he went through his transformation. Definitely having the right mind, and it's something that he really gave a great thought to, and it was not like pleasant thoughts, you know. He really underwent a transformation, and I'm gonna leave it at that. The karmic is hurt because she knows that your person will build something with you, and that she will no longer be of the part of the picture. Like she'll be a part of his past, you know, no longer be in his world, let me tell you. And if you ever wondered, you know, about this karmic, let me tell you that it was just like, and that's specific to, I feel. This here would speak to somebody, and that's also like a different kind here of a relationship, because this specific karmic here is not even the one that I'm tapping in is not even a girlfriend. It was just like, excuse my English, but a booty call. And she felt like it was going to be more. It was just somebody that she was having sex with, and the person that I'm talking about here specifically with these two cards would know that I'm talking about them, so yeah. Some more about your person manning up when it comes to the things that he wants to do in the future. So when we see the devil in reverse here, and yeah, we know we're onto something that will be good. Okay, what I can tell you, DF, sorry, is like, you finish the cycle of chasing, and that for me, you will no longer be by yourself sometime soon. It's nearly like the reflection time and all of these things. You no longer have to be in that energy anymore. And I know it has to do with you, because this here is the chaser to me. It's like the chaser has completed their cycles as a chaser, and there's no need for you guys to be by yourselves anymore. Like this introspective part of the journey is definitely over. So that's like one message that we had from spirits, which is very good. It's like if a lot of you feel like you are in this lonely energy, with this cycle here closing, you won't be in that energy anymore. What I'm channeling really is that the universe is telling you there is no use for you to be isolated, or me protecting you by isolating you. Now you're free to be a part of this world, and loneliness will no longer be a part of it, which is good. Okay, the reason, or what would result in your person manning up to you is that he healed these narcissistic ways about him, is what I'm feeling. And I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the furthest it goes. You will see a man in the future in front of you, not just the DM that you remember. It's like he's willing to take the steps, or he's just ready. At some point you have to, grant people the maturity that's theirs. It's like nothing stays at the same place. Nothing is constant, in this world. And your DM is a part of the world, so he was not going to stay in that immature energy, for his whole life. And one thing that he definitely had to heal is these narcissistic ways. And if you are with a fire sign, you would know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you're dealing with the Leo or an Aries, I feel. You would know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like that there is a part of what they had to heal. We're not going to get through this like here, right now, but there were deeper explanations, to his behavior. It's like he was heartbroken, and whatever pompous, or extra type of behavior that they displayed at time, it was really like a coping mechanism to them. I'm channeling, and I'm gonna leave it at that. They healed that there. That's why they're ready to be men now. One day maybe I'll dive into that, but that's not the moment or the place. But I hope all of this made sense to you. So you see, I nearly forgot reconciliation and home. Let's see what our DMs want to tell us, except definitely the fact that they're ready to man up, that they want us to see them in a different light, and that they don't want to end up by themselves. They also want the Ace of Cups. They pushed it away for a long time, but now it's right there in front of them, and part of the transformation or the soul journey or him being grounded is definitely developing this energy here. He feels like he deserves love like anybody else. Ooh. I'm sorry. When this happens here and like a whole deck just flips around, I know it's spirit like rearranging the cards within the deck so that the one that he wants out will actually appear. So that's let me tell you, first and foremost, you know, like nothing else worked for him. That's why he knows that there is what he wants, or the steps that he would have to take. But he's just afraid, and you may understand why. It's like because of that devil energy underneath. And when I see it in reverse as well, it's nearly like he's ashamed of the devil that was in him. Yeah, that's what I'm channeling, you know. It's like how to explain to you that this thing just had a hold on me, that nearly like I was powerless to this type of energy. There is what I'm channeling. And that's where the fear is coming from. But that devil energy led him nowhere, you know. It's like it was nothing to gain in that type of energy for him. So somewhat. See, let me tell you, he tried any ways he could, is what I see here. Is like with the Chariot in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, your person really tried anything they could. Is nearly like to keep you hidden, not just hidden from his whole world, from his karmic, his life, anything. He tried to put you in a box and thought that you were really going to stay there. Like, I don't want to deal with her, you know. He really tried to not feel anything for you, to hide you like deep down inside, but that there didn't work. And the reason why is because you are his divine feminine. Some more. But your person wants to go home, is what I'm channeling. It's just like giving us clues and things like this. But this here, it's nearly like it's something that you cannot top. You cannot top reconciliation and home, you know, and soul journey and grounding. And I'm thinking about you. It's like, you know, anything else is just for you to understand him more. But this is what he wants. With the Ace of Cups underneath, your person wants you. There was no movement in him. He still felt the things that he felt about you because you are the divine feminine to him. It's like this love is stronger than anything that he tried. When I see Justice in reverse, it could be something else, but to me here it let me tell you, and this is for both of you guys, you will feel, you and your DM, the energy of you not being trapped anymore. Definitely closing like a cycle, or letting go of like a hell of a burden on your shoulder. Like when I see these two cards here, it's definitely like your life's completely changing. You have transformed as much as your DMs, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, it's really that. Hold on. When you get the 10 of Wands in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse, you know you're coming out of hell, basically, you know, which is good. So Justice, let's clarify that. So what I'm telling you is like definitely you will end, and your DMs as well, a really rough cycle, and anything that's after that is definitely like coming to union together, even if you don't have this feeling. But if you are in this type of energy here where you feel like you sent a lot of negative energy in the past and that you're really ready for something new, you thinking without or with my DM, let me tell you, any step you take from now on, if that's the energy that you're in, is going to bring you closer to your union with your DM. So Justice. Death. a transformation, and I will leave it at that. Remember that these cards were reversed. You're no longer trapped, and you have definitely like healed and sent something in your past that belonged there so that you can start anew. You both are going through a transformation is what I'm channeling, and that transformation there is going to lead you together, back together, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So one more. Channeling. So I know I'm onto something when I'm telling you that like reconciliation is definitely in the cards, and it will happen to you because now your DMs and you have transformed, and that's that. Wellness, you will definitely start to feel better, and I think it's you both, you know, because we know that he was in a dark place as well. And manifestation, I'll leave it at that, you know. All I can say is that, you know, you may believe it or not, but if you're resonating with me, your union is near. One last card, maybe two, from two different decks here. And I'm also just like channeling, so this here would make sense. Sometimes I don't even know the things that I tell you. All I know is that when I look back, you know, at my reading, then it all makes sense, you know. But sometimes I don't think, I just like am, you know. Have faith in your dreams. See that with soul journey and the union and reconciliation card. I'm telling you, it's like your union is going to manifest, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't have to say anything else. I don't see it in the cards. Separation. One more. Let go of control issues. So let me tell you the way that I'm channeling this, you know, when it comes to like this reading and everything I'm seeing in front of me, because I cannot ignore these two cards here. All I can tell you, pay attention to the music that you listen to. You will see that it is going to send you there to the point where you will see that this is like the love of my life, the love that I've always been waiting for, or it will give you some clues. I can feel that, you know. Definitely have faith in your dreams, in that dream of being in reconciliation with your DM, because it will manifest, you know, and it will manifest. And the only thing that you have to take care of for the moment is like to feel better. You have closed a hell of a cycle, and this is you too. The only thing left for you to do at this point is to feel better. You've transformed. Now just figure out what this transformation was for. And let me tell you, like this here, and I'll finish with that. This here, this message here, when I see all of these things, is for the Fs that feel like they cannot let go of that. When I see separation, I think of the devil underneath, of all this karmic energy and things like this. When it's time for your union, and the thing that you should do, you know, to definitely get ready for union so that you wouldn't sabotage your own happiness, is to let go of control issues and all the things that you felt while you were in separation, is definitely what I feel. So this was a reading channeling the DM. I will try to keep it short, which is why it's a little bit more compact and a little bit of like something new for me. But I hope it gave you somewhat of a guidance. If it did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.